So today we are in the neighborhood of Warnersville, and this has so much history behind it, and I'm super excited to share it with you today. So we are here today in the neighborhood of Warnersville, and this has so much history, and I am super excited to share it with you today. So this neighborhood, it's so much history. I'm so excited. So it's not a historical neighborhood, but this area of Warnersville was first started in 1865. There was a Quaker named Yardley Warner who bought 35 acres of land, and what he did was he divided up the land and gave it to freed slaves and to African American people that were getting their first homes and first plots of land. And so this was the very first African American community here in the entire county of Guilford County. So it makes it so special, and I didn't even know that this existed. Like, I mean, I knew the neighborhood existed, I just didn't know the history behind it. And not everybody loves history, and I totally get that, and I get if it's not your jam, but you should hear about it because it's really interesting. So there used to be an exhibit at the Greensboro History Museum. I did do a tour on that before if you want to go check out that video. And unfortunately, in 2016, they stopped having the exhibit there, but we are going to put a link in the description if you want to go check out more on the history of this great little neighborhood. So I do love that there's history here, and as you can tell, like, these houses aren't really from the late 1800s. In the 1960s, they did like revamp the neighborhood and build newer homes for the 1960s. I do love that this neighborhood has sidewalks, so everybody can get around. The average in price, going back a couple years, it's January of 2024 now, they range in price from $120,000 to $200,000. The average house price here is $175,000. And the houses are about 950 square feet to about 1,200 square feet. So that makes it like 165 average square foot for this neighborhood. It's all gonna depend if the house has been updated or not. But for the most part, the houses, they're really cute, they're maintained, they're brick, and they have about three bedrooms. Every house when I looked up on the tax cards all had 3 bedrooms. Now they all had different size baths, like they may have only 1 bath, some had a half bath, some had 2 baths, but they're all about a 3-1 or a 3-2, which I think is funny. And the lots are like a 1/4 acre lot, so it's totally manageable. They're not super huge trees, but they're trees here in mature landscaping, but it's a super cute little area, and I love that there's history. So I truly believe deep down in my heart that even though that they revamped it in the 60s, that you still have like a strong community here. This neighborhood is located downtown, so you're like right smack dab in the middle of downtown. Maybe a little bit south. If you saw my video on South Side, it is right across the street from that. And it's right next to Glenwood too, if you want to go back and check out that video to get a little like perspective of like what the neighborhoods look like and where it's close to. So what makes this neighborhood nice is you can get places really quickly. You can be, obviously you're living downtown, you can be at the airport in 12 minutes. You can be to Food Lion in 6. That's down off of the old 421. So that's super close. There's a Walmart right there in that parking lot. So you can get to a Walmart or a grocery store in 6 minutes, which makes that super great. And there are restaurants everywhere. There's restaurants downtown. Go to all the restaurants that are over there. Local shops, local coffee places, all that's right there. Since you're downtown, you've got all the museums and everything. If you want culture, that's all there too. So everything is really super close by if you're looking for living downtown, but having like things right at your fingertips. Green spaces. You've got Gillespie, which is a local 3-par. The golf course is like 4 or 5 minutes away. That's super close. And the downtown greenway runs right through this neighborhood. So that's super close if you want to go check out that video. I did one on the downtown greenway. And you're not that far from other green spaces too. Like you're 10 or 15 minutes if you want to get to the Bog Gardens or the Bicentennial Gardens, and probably 15 if you want to go up to like Alzer's and that stuff. So everything is really close. And if you are looking for schools for Warnersville, you have Jones for elementary, you have Jackson for middle, and then you have Grimsley for your slated for your high school. So I do think that this is an amazing neighborhood. I do think that it has a lot to offer, and I do love that it has so much history behind it. Behind me is the Warnersville Recreation Center, and it is a great facility for people that live close by to come here. And there's a playground for the kiddos. And then here's the pool that they're fixing right now. And I love that they've painted it. I mean, look how cute this is. I mean, what fun for families and kiddos. I love the history, and I love everything about this neighborhood. I hope that you've learned all that you wanted to learn about the neighborhood of Warnersville. If you've got any questions or you want to see something else, put them in the comments below. I appreciate you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.